My name is Nimbus Goehausen. I work at Bloomberg, and I'm a Spark platform engineer. So I used to work at a web startup called Radius, where we were doing kind of large-scale business matching, and we eventually moved from like Python into Hadoop, native MapReduce, into then kind of cascading thing. And eventually, when Spark was around 1.0, I decided to move it onto Spark. So I've been working with Spark since around the time that it moved to 1.0. And I initially started using it with PySpark, with Python, because it was pretty straightforward. But really, PySpark is a gateway drug for Scala. And because it's just teaching you the collections API, and I was finding, to make the use of this effectively, Scala is the way to do it with Spark. Kind of attending conferences and kind of talking with people in the community. Met some people at Bloomberg, learned that they were, kind of trying to move some things onto Spark, and there's a lot of people excited about it and wanted to get it working, but it's difficult. So they were looking for people who had been using it and wanted to contribute in a way that's slightly more general, like kind of having the right sort of infrastructure and tools to support people using it in effective ways. So that's how I came into my current role. So currently, I'm actually working on something that is a little slightly unrelated to what I did a talk on today. The latest stuff is I'm trying to actually make that environment happen in Bloomberg, and it's Spark on Kubernetes, basically. Although in specific, it's Spark on OpenShift. And there are other people kind of pursuing this as well that I am getting newly acquainted with, including like Red Hat. They have like a kind of a thing on GitHub called Rad Analytics, and I'm seeing if I can make use of it. But I'm looking, my ideal stack right now is I want one user per Spark cluster, and that Spark cluster is a set of containers running on Kubernetes, OpenShift, and you have separate storage services. You might have several users on the same team that want to share storage. And I'm thinking ideally, assuming it works all appropriately, using Alluxio as the tiered storage. So you have like memory best, but then you have some kind of understorage, probably Ceph, which has the S3 API, or you could just use S3. And that way you could share like the same namespace among multiple users and not have to have like essentially duplicate things, and also have people be able to turn on and off clusters without it being much of a big deal. So that's what I'm looking to do. The Corsair talk that Alexander gave, I'm not sure if I'm saying his last name, Alexander Archambault. I really like having better build tools, and kind of SBT can be difficult at times. So anyone that's trying to make my life easier like that, I really appreciate that. The Monad talks, there's several to choose from. I thought Kelly Robinson's talk was pretty nice, and it also got me thinking. Maybe I should use Shapeless or Scala Z or for some of these things in order to kind of make the abstractions I want to make.